my mom, by the time I got back from getting her robe and her prescription and stuff, my mom was there, and I sat in the car with my mom for a little bit, and they said she's ready, you know. So then like I ended up going upstairs at the time they told me, and I let them know, I'm like, I'm here for her, is she ready? And they're like, oh, I'm gonna see if she's ready or whatever. So I'm just standing there, and I'm just like, and I'm like, I keep like recording and stopping, like, okay, should I record this? Like, it felt like I wanted to, because I knew she'd want me to, but it almost felt like
invasive,
inappropriate too. Like I was like, she just got surgery, like, should I record?
I'm about to shove this camera in her face now.
My mom even told me, she's like, well, because I was telling my mom, I was like, I don't know if I should, and my mom said it's better to do it, and she just, and if it feels wrong, just stop. Then you didn't record it, and when she's better, she's like, damn, why didn't you record it? So I'm sitting there waiting, and
or just not use it at all.
The door opens finally.
Was there any door opens that wasn't me?
Oh, multiple.
Okay.
Multiple times, and I had to go to the bathroom. You guys know when you're like nervous and you're like, oh my god, I had to go to the bathroom, and I was like, what do you think? I was like, I'm gonna go so fast, so like I ran, because I was like, I don't know like what state you're gonna be in when they take you out. I don't want to be like, oh, let me go pee, like right. So then I'm just standing there waiting, and the door opens, and I see it's her, and she's in the white soft robe that I gave them. But she's just like looks dazed and confused, and when she sees me, she's just crying so hard. And on my end, I was ready to be like, hey.
I remember you were smiling, but you see, when I came out, it seemed like you were so far, but like you were getting further. You know what I'm saying? That's what it felt like. You were just like, they took so long for me to get to you.
Aww.
And the door was like right there.
It wasn't
there.
Yeah, I walked right over to you, because she was like, I think she had like a blanket on her. And
she was covering her face,
trying to hide her face, because she was like looking around, and like people were looking at her and stuff.
I was crying.
And like I was just like rubbing her, and I was like, it's okay. And I recorded some of it, but then eventually I stopped because of how hard she was crying, and I wanted to give her privacy, you know?
Yeah, facts.
And
as you should.
I was just like, what's wrong? And I just kept kissing her. I'm like, you did it, like, good job, you know? And she's just like, oh, why do they have me out here? I don't want to be out here. And I was like, we have to go downstairs, like, it's time to go home. I just thought it was so crazy that you could leave under that state, but I was like, I guess this is normal.
Right.
You know, we go down, and like,
they just, bro, they be just slicing mugs open, sew their ass back up, and be like, all right, then. Bro, like, no, seriously, though, they legit, y'all, I'm telling you, don't mess around and like your insurance policy lapse while you in the middle of surgery. They'll be like, stop right now. Sew them up where you at. Leave half the liver behind.
I remember going into the elevator, but then I just remember you guys look so tall. Like,
really?
Yeah, and I'm like,
I just kept
her perspective of everything was all.
I was like the whole time looking like
you didn't even really get to react in front of me.
React because you know she was so emotional and confused and stuff. But I was looking at her boobs like when I tell you they look so small, like they literally looked like my boobs, like in a robe. You guys,
that's
like
crazy.
It was so small, and I was just like, you know, going from seeing her being a double D to that, I was just like, this doesn't even look like the same person. She just looked longer, like.
Didn't you say when I stood up? Your mom said when they finally got me up.
Yeah, so whenever they finally stood her up, she seemed so much taller than me, and usually we're like neck and neck. And when they stood her up,
probably because she didn't have all that extra weight holding her down. I'm telling you, our breasts are heavy, dog, and they will cause your shoulders to curve. They'll cause you to kind of shrink in your height. I'm telling you, bro, I'm probably taller too. Shit, let me get my 5'7" on.
When we got downstairs, they stood her up, and then we were like helping her in the car, and she was just,
I remember that part.
We get her in the car, and my mom, I barely realized my mom was there.
I remember seeing flashes of her. I remember leaning over. Was she trying to open the door or something?
I think she was trying to help you in,
Yeah, I'm like, and I was looking, I was just like, it was confusing.
And like, honestly, she was kind of like in that state for like an hour at least after surgery. Like, it took a long time for it, maybe even more than that. It took her a long time to stop crying, and I think she was just so emotional.
It was like it felt traumatic.
Wow.
Like the emotions that I was feeling just felt like oh my God, like, this is scary. Like, I'm scared. I'm terrified. And I already have anxiety.
The whole time. Like, she was just like shaking like a leaf. Like she was, and she felt so cold. Like she kept telling me, I'm so cold. But meanwhile, we're in Miami. It's like 90 degrees.
Wow.
And so we had to turn the heater on in the car. It was boiling hot. But she just kept saying how cold she was. And I just kept turning up the heater. And then basically, eventually, you know, we went and got her prescription because it wasn't ready yet. And then we went and got smoothies.
Oh, but remember what happened?
Oh, shoot.
What?
Yes.
What?
You that part?
Hold on. Before y'all say something, let me go ahead and hit this God's gift. Wait. All right,
I remember it. Because I was like in and out of it, but I just remember, you know, they told me, they were like, yo, she needs to eat. Like, I remember them saying that she needs to eat. Oh, this is the part. Okay. So I'm like, okay, cool. And you guys
had to. She couldn't take her pain pills
without eat. And I was in pain. So like, yo, get her some food and then take her pills immediately. So then I'm like, I need to eat. So they had some banana bread that your grandmother specializes in. They had some banana bread in the car. And, you know, I guess Natalie, I don't know if you fed it to me. Did you feed it to me or your mom fed it to me? Somebody fed me a piece of banana bread. It was like, I just remember going like biting it and I was trying to chew it. It felt like it was like so hard to chew. And I'm like, why is my mouth sore? I didn't know why my mouth was so sore. Like I was just trying, it felt like it hurt to chew. Come to find out I had a tube in my throat. So I didn't know that I had a tube. And I guess that's just a breathe while they're doing the operation or whatever. I don't know what it's called. I eat the bread and literally my mouth swells up like crazy. My throat. Yeah, my throat.
Oh my God.
Like tightens up my little, what's that dangly thing called, y'all?
The dangly thing in the back of your throat.
That swelled
Cardi
up
B.
and it
was
was
like a
red
balloon. It looked like it was
so imagine it this size. Okay, now say how swollen it was.
It was so swollen that I swear it looked like it was becoming transparent. Like you could almost see through it to the veins and stuff because it was so
and it was like big like,
and it was like hanging down her throat.
Why would they let her leave the hospital like that, dog? 30 minutes after surgery, why wouldn't they keep her for like an hour and some change at minimum? That's brazy. They be, you know, there's a lot of procedures that they call outpatient surgery that they not outpatient. You know what I'm saying? They're not outpatient. And outpatient, basically, if you don't know what outpatient means that they will open your body up, cut you open, do surgery, and then send your ass home the same day. I don't know, bro. I honestly feel like no surgery, no open knife body, you know what I'm saying? Like surgery should be like outpatient, but they know better than me.
Her tongue, and she was like, I can't breathe. And I was scared because I'm like, is her throat closing up? Like, is she not supposed to have banana or nuts after her surgery? Like, they just said give her food.
Facts, no instruction. Right.
Yeah. So it was like when you talk, you know, that thing, that dangly thing, it was touching the back of my tongue, which was closing, and my tonsils were closed up too, super swollen because of the tube. And it was like everything was so tight, and I'm like, it's still kind of swollen now. Like you could hear, like, but it was touching, so it was like, I can't breathe. I was like that.
And she was literally like touching it with her tongue and bringing it like forward in her mouth, and I was like
flipping it. I'm like, look at it.
But she didn't say it like that because she was drugged up. But she was just like, and I was just like looking, and
she was like, oh yeah, you're fine.
Like, it's fine. I was like, you probably had a tube down your throat. Like I was scared, and I was trying to keep her calm. She already had anxiety and was crying and stuff. And I look at my mom in the backseat. My mom's eyes were like, and I said, do you want to go back to the?
If a mama's eyes look like that, if the mom's eyes look like that, we going back to the hospital, dog, because moms don't panic. Moms done seen their kids jump off of sheds, break their arms, run and do stupid stuff. You know, moms have watched their kids do stupid things over the years, so normally moms are pretty desensitized, and they know when it's time to go to the hospital. If a mom is sitting in the backseat and she looking like this, go to the emergency room.
The hospital, and she was like, yes, and then we ended up having to turn around.
That was terrifying.
And I took her back, and they came down and checked her out, and they were like,
it's normal, you know, she had a tube in her throat. They just pretty much said it's normal. You had a tube in your throat, so your tonsil, your throat is pretty much swollen, you know what I'm saying? So just try to keep it light, like maybe just drink a smoothie, you know what I'm saying? Y'all said eat, so
I was trying to eat banana bread.
We were trying to eat immediately.
I didn't know I couldn't give give her a smoothie. I had to give her a
That's
smoothie.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's what made me mad
so
in the last video. They should have told her that,
that
because
like,
what happened was that banana nut bread was too hard, and her having that tube already traumatized her throat. That banana nut bread just probably made it. Just all it did was exacerbate what she was already it exacerbated an already sensitive area. You know what I'm saying? They should have told her off break to just do a smoothie, because that smoothie just goes down. It's not. That's crazy, bro. I'm just. I feel like her experience was way more traumatic than it had to be. There's a lot of different. There's a lot of things in her situation where, had the staff been a little bit more considerate of her as a patient, then they would have. Her experience would not have been what it was. That's just my opinion, though. Ezee said they did a good job, so we gotta go with what Ezee said. The
coldness of the smoothie, helps it a lot. I'm able to talk now. My anxiety's kind of like, I'm shaking, but it's like not as much. I'm kind of more alert. And then I just see before I got the smoothie, my anxiety was there. And then I looked at Nat, me and her mom were talking. I remember me and your mom were talking for a while while you were getting the smoothies, but we could see Natalie in there. And I just started getting emotional, but I'm trying to hold it in. So then I'm like drinking. Natalie comes in the car and I'm drinking the smoothie, and then just I just start crying
again. I was
okay? Hard. I was just so emotional.
Still crying. I don't know why. And she's just like,
and I was like, I'm sad. I just feel anxiety. I was
like, it's okay. It's okay. And I told her it's okay. Just cry. Stop trying to hold it back.
Yeah,
if you just want to cry, just cry, because it might help,
Yeah.
And I think it kind of did, because then she cried for a while, and then eventually she stopped crying.
Yeah.
And
And then we got to the house. I didn't really care about recording then, because it was this was my time. You know what I'm saying?
Girl, and it was traumatic.
It was too traumatic. So we get into the crib, the Airbnb. Natalie brings my bed. She puts it on the floor so I can still be with everybody. We pillows stacked up. We slept in the a nice bed, and she in the living room with her mom. It was a really good experience. I didn't think that I was going to be unable to walk. And I was able to walk, but it was like
do anything. I had to literally get into a squat position on the bed and lift her up. Every time she had to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night, waking up.
It was like a baby. It was like
but
because
a big ass baby, because
I was very
Facts.
Still fat.
It was just remember I was sleeping and I was like, ow, my arms hurt so bad. Why? I was like, because you keep lifting me up. I was so sore. I felt like I had the craziest workout.
It was 3 times a night or twice a night.
Girl, I felt like it was at least 3.
Yeah. After the third night,
then you were able to kind of get
up by myself.
Yeah,
but those first couple nights, Natalie was pulling down my pants.
Did everything, took her to the bathroom.
Everything. And then we finally had to shower. Oh, I couldn't shower by myself at all. And then, oh my God, there's just so much.
So you soaped her up. Did you soap her? Did your suds her down? That's all I want to know. Did your suds her down?
Fucking passed out in the shower. We're all good. Okay, it's finally finally get to wash my ass. You know what I'm saying? They said I can get clean now. A couple days. I had to wait. Remember? I had to wait.
I had to sleep next to it too.
Okay now. Okay now. All right. It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad because she wasn't really doing anything.
So I literally get in the shower. We're like, okay. She's like, okay. She's helping me. Everything's cool. And I just felt I'm like, Nat, I'm getting dizzy. So then I was just out of nowhere, I knew I was about to pass out. I just had never felt a feeling of about to pass out. Even with the Anastasia, girl.
Anesthesia.
That bitch is ghetto. Why do they call her? She's so ghetto. She said, knock a bitch out quick.
She said that bitch is ghetto. Why is she built like this? She said, knock a bitch out quick. Why, Ezee? Why?
Right.
Only Ezee.
Literally, it didn't feel like that. It just felt all right, it's about to come. I almost felt fuck, this is it. No, thank you. It just felt it felt what the fuck, I'm about to pass out. And then my weight just started getting heavy.
I was holding her up, and she's just kind of I don't feel it. And I was like, what the heck?
Yeah.
And I was like, come on, get out. I was like, sit on the toilet. So I like guided her out of the toilet. And she's just kind of like, and I was just trying to, please let me get her to this toilet before she passes out. Right. She's going to pass out. Yeah. If she would pass out, where would I grab her at to help her from falling?
I can't really grab my arms like that.
But I would have had to, because it's better to hold her
probably
up
rip
than
the
her hit her
stitches.
head in the shower or something.
I'm glad that didn't happen.
I didn't want to like tear her like stitches or anything, so it was very like scary.
But we come to find out, we couldn't figure out why I was about to pass out. Like, damn, like what is going on with me? And then her mom was like, it's probably too hot in there. So Natalie opened the door immediately, and I just felt like a relief. It was like, oh my God, like.
Remember I went to get you water and you could barely even drink it.
Yeah,
it was like pouring out of her mouth. She was like,
you got me water?
You don't remember? I went and grabbed you a bottle of water. Like, hey, sit there. And I was like trying to pour it in your mouth, and you're like,
oh, I don't remember that. Wow. I just remember you opening that door, and it was just like, oof, felt like life was coming back into me.
Wow.
So, she had to keep these specific socks on, like, after the surgery in order to, like, keep blood circulation. So they were, like, tight kind of socks.
Compression socks.
One up her calves.
I wear compression socks when I work out. They're actually really, really great to wear when you work out, too. I wear them when I walk, because I walk very long distances. Compression socks are golden for that when you use your legs a lot and you're working out a lot. I love them.
She had, not only did she take the socks off, then it was hot in there, and it was just
a lot.
A shock to your system.
Remember they literally said about heat and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So overall, guys, I know this sounds traumatic and crazy. It was my experience. Like, I am thankful.
Had elements of trauma.
This is, everybody reacts to Waukesha different. The anesthesia. Everybody acts to the anesthesia differently. And for me, it was just an anxiety experience for me. But once I kind of like got off of that anesthesia, like it was like, okay, cool. Like, I think I'm good. I was still traumatic and emotional, like during like the week.
Pretty emotional for like days.
Even conversations with us, like I would cry.
I was like, even if I was like a little bit like would have a little attitude or something.
No, it wouldn't even be. Go ahead.
Just be like, like, why would you do this or whatever? Like, why'd you say that or what? You know, like, I just didn't like that you did that or whatever. She would just start crying, and I'd be like, okay,
crying,
okay, because she doesn't really cry like often. It's like very rare for her to cry. So it's just like. I had to be very like careful with her emotions, you know.
But that was my experience. It was really great. The procedure was great. It was just that was the reaction to like the anesthesia. But I would do it again if I had to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't have to, but like this is something that means so much to me. You know what I'm saying? I've been waiting to do this like for so long. So
and that's all that matters. And that's all that matters at the end of the day. If Ezee is happy, whatever she went through, and however her results turned out, Ezee is happy, and that is all that matters.
I wouldn't take it back. It was a great experience overall, and I loved it. But let's show them, I guess, what my boobs look like under the shirts.
Okay.
It's a spider over there.
Okay, guys, so just so you guys can get up close and personal, remember again, for however many times we said it, my boobs are completely swollen, okay? So they might still look big, but
they might look like a bag of rocks.
They buy a bag of rocks, a bag of sacks, but they're completely tiny compared to what they were. All right, here we go. Can they see my nipples? My nipples are hard.
Okay, cover the nipples.
Okay, I'll cover the nipples. You ready? Hold on, let me see. All right, guys. So look, here we go. You guys can get a look. You can see show the little gun a little bit. But these are the boobs.
Wow. Wait, move your hands.
Okay, go ahead.
Wow. Look how much smaller they are.
Yeah.
I mean, I know they're swollen, but I can tell that I can already tell that.
Look at guys how I don't really have any cleavage.
Yeah.
Y'all know that big ass cleavage that I have always had is non-existent.
And all the swelling is
like right here
to the sides. Because if you look at her from the side, they don't even stick out that far.
Yeah.
Like, they don't. It's just you can see how much the
this
swelling is
right
there.
All right here. But when you look from the front, it looks like huge. So once that swelling goes down, it's...
I feel like that's like where most of the trauma is, though. That's probably why.
I already know. I'm already excited because, like Natalie said, when I first came out, that's kind of how they looked, and they was still swollen.
You know, she had no cleavage at all.
So now that they're like, I can still tell from the cleavage that they're gonna be small. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm used to them being huge just right here, so much of it, you know? And for it to be non-existent, I'm like, nice.
This just looks so different. And like a shirt.
Wow. Yeah. So, you guys, you know, we're going to keep you guys updated throughout this journey. I'm super excited. You guys
she still need to take it easy.
Here with us throughout this journey.
Look, hey, easy. Don't be picking that camera up every day. It's okay. Look, the Ezee gang and everybody else will be right here. You know what I'm saying? You just make sure you're taking care of yourself. And I know Natalie got you, so I know you're in good hands.
Had big boobs and
you're going to be able to see the swelling go down.
Yeah. Y'all going to witness it. Yeah.
But yeah, we just want to update you guys and let you guys know that she's okay. She's okay. We're back.
We're back.
Okay.
Look at that. I told you. They done fell deep. They done mess around and fell deep in love through this.
You know.
Through this whole experience.
Stop looking at me like that. You know where my hand's at right now.
Bad. On the Bible.
Stop!
On the Bible.
She said on the Bible. Well.
You know that you can't do nothing. Appreciate it. Stop looking at me like that. You know where my hand's at right now.
Bad. On the Bible.
Stop! They on the Bible. That dash is holier than thou. Oh, God. All right, these games. We love you guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe. We love you. Turn the notifications on. Give this video a huge thumbs up. Comment. Hashtag Ezee gang. Share your favorite part of this video. We love you.
Oh my God. Oh, I love it. I'm so grateful that they shared that with us. Listen, y'all got mad at me for not seeing Ezee in that button down shirt at the end of her video, but y'all, she already showed us a side-by-side comparison. You know what I'm saying? And I could wait. I got patience. It wasn't a big deal to me. I'm grateful that she is happy with her results. She looks amazing. She looks happy. She seems more confident, and so I'm just grateful that, like I said, she's bringing us along on the journey. But with that being said, I gotta go kill the spider because now it's moving a little bit too fast. So, Solicited Nation, if you guys enjoyed this reaction, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below. Don't be afraid to share. Make sure you hit that notification bell so you can be notified every single time I upload. And if you are so inclined to do so, please also hit the thanks button. And if you've been here before, then you already know I gotta hit y'all with the deuces.
People are crazy.